I learned I can't do this. I look a little drunk in the next clip. I'm writing a literary fiction book, but yes, I'm gonna clear it. I know it's gonna see the light of day one day. I mean, I finished. I cheated. Like, it's so detailed because I was not gonna mess this up because I love sharks. Hi, I'm Jay, and I'm on the internet. I was gonna wait to start this channel until I just felt ready. Whoa. I just saw like a comment or something. I'm scared of space. Okay, anyways, next week I start working. I'll be working 2 jobs. And I'm very scared of how that's gonna impact my writing, but I know I can make it work. But right now I have a week of nothing. I have no responsibilities. That's not true. I have to go to the dentist, and I have my second job, but I have very few responsibilities. So I decided this week I'm gonna do a writing challenge and try to write for 25 hours in the work week. Guys, I want to stop this video because I'm so scared of space, and I thought I was a goner, but this is me. I have anxiety, don't we all? Okay, let's keep going. Anyways, I'm gonna try to write for 25 hours in this work week, so Monday through Friday. I've never done such a thing. Normally I write for if I have a free day, I'll write for 2.5 hours, which I think is good because that's as long as I think I can write well, but I'm gonna try to go for 5. So I'm coming at you tonight, the night before. I'm gonna try to get this final stretch of writing in, and then from then on, the rest of my channel is probably gonna be me just trying to squeeze in writing around working, but I can do it, I got this. I'll try to, make sure we get acquainted throughout the week, but just for tonight, just so we know what I'm working on throughout the video, I'm writing a literary fiction book. It's called The Shark. I forgot to finish the sentence. I was so afraid for my life, but it's called The Shark Book. That's not what it's called. That's not the title, but that's what I call it, The Shark Book. I like sharks, as you'll come to know. It's a literary fiction book, and it's about a group of, I'm nervous to talk about it. I love it so much. I love it so much, but I can't tell you what it's really about because I don't know you. But it's about a group of shark divers in Florida, in the Florida Keys. I don't have a pitch. If you're a publisher, don't watch this. This is not the pitch, but it's, of course, not really about the sharks. It's more about the people, okay? It's more about the friendships and the heartache. But yes, it is an adult literary fiction book. I'm about 70% of the way through. I will talk more about my drafting process and what drafting is like tomorrow, but I'm on chapter 40. There has been a death. Yeah, there's been a death. And we're gonna use the dead body in this chapter for something. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea if 5 hours is going to be absolutely not. Of course, I'm going to split it up, so maybe it's going to be okay. But I'm just going to see how much of the draft I can get done before I start working, because I'm still going to write every day, most days when I'm working, but obviously progress is going to slow down. So I just want to write a lot while I still can. I think that's all I need to say today. So tonight. Okay. Bye. See you tomorrow. Love you. It's day 1. Need to work out and take a shower, but I'm gonna write in bed for 2 hours. I'm gonna set a timer for 2 hours. I'm gonna write, and I will let you know how it went after. I wrote for 2 hours earlier, and then I took a long break. I showered, I worked out, I ate a sandwich, and now I'm here. In that 2 hour sprint, I wrote 3 paragraphs. Yeah, I just wanted to, sorry girl. I wanted to talk about my drafting process because 3 paragraphs is not very many. And I have never drafted a book like this before, but this is me now, so I want to talk about it. But yes, The Shark Book is the second literary fiction book I've tried to write. My first one I wrote last year. It's called The Fish Book. Shark Book, Fish Book. Don't get it twisted. That was my first literary fiction book. Before that, I wrote YA genre fiction, which is so different. I tried to write my first literary fiction book like I wrote my YA genre fiction, and if I'm not going for final draft pretty literary fiction prose, I can't tell if the book is working. The character development and the plot, it happens at such a line level, especially the character stuff. So I finished the whole draft of The Fish Book, and it was very bare bones, figuring out the plot vibes. And then I went to reread it, and I just couldn't tell. Well, I thought it was bad. I thought I could tell that it was bad, but I knew the story had potential, and I was like, okay, I guess I just didn't, like, I need to just write it, like, as if it's a final draft. So I made little tweaks to the plot and the characters, but then I mostly just tried to go in and write it. And it felt like a totally different book when I wrote it the second time. It was, like, good. I was like, okay, this is more what I thought it would be like, but the plot and the character arc, it just wasn't, they weren't planned out as well as I needed them to be. So then I'd sunk so much time into that draft, the second draft, that I just, for a while I was just pushing myself to finish it, but I knew that I was gonna have to throw out so much of it, and I was just wasting my time. So I shelved it. I think that was January of this year. I'm coming back to it. I actually have a renewed vision for it, and I think it's gonna be really good, but I just knew it wasn't working as it was. So I went back to The Shark Book, which I had already been plotting. I think overall, by the time I started writing it, I'd plotted it for like 3 months. It was the outline of a crazy woman. It was so big. It is so big. Whole conversations in it, and like whole like little imagery and everything. Like, it's so detailed because I was not gonna mess this up because I love sharks. I love the characters, and I knew that it had so much potential, and like, I'm doing it justice. I'm so proud of it. At the end of this 2-hour sprint, because I kind of had nothing left to give in those last 10 minutes, I went and I was just reading my favorite chapters, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so I'm drafting a clean first draft, which could be risky, but I think it's working. But that's why I wrote 3 paragraphs in 2 hours. Okay, I'm sorry, and it's probably gonna happen again right now. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm gonna eat a snack, and then I'm gonna do another 2-hour sprint, and then I think it'll be like 4:30 by the time I finish that. So then I'll take a long break probably, and then do an hour before bed. I think I'll be able to do 5 hours. I just don't know like what I'm gonna be writing in that last hour. It might just be more thinking. But yeah, all right, here we go, round 2. On here to clear my name because I look and seem a little drunk. I look a little drunk in the next clip. That was me after 5 hours. That's what I was like. So, okay. Quick update. I finished. Yeah, it was kind of, I became a bit demoralized, so I didn't film at the end, but I did it. I'll put my word count on the screen. It was nothing fancy, but it's what I did. Just some quick updates before I go to bed. There are some reflections on day 1. I don't know if this is benefiting me. I was thinking about it, and I usually do write in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night, but usually it's like an hour, and then like 30 minutes to finish up like a paragraph or something that was bothering me. So doing this was just doubling everything. So 2 hours, 2 hours, another hour at the end. And like, I don't know, I finished the section I was working on today, and if I hadn't been doing this challenge, I would probably have just finished it tomorrow. So that's good, but also it took so long to finish it. Some of those times I was just like sitting there staring at the screen, listening to my book playlist and just being like, okay. It just wasn't very efficient. Like, I finished it in a day, but I feel like it took longer than if I just took more breaks and recharged. I don't know how this is going to go the rest of the week. This is a lot, but that was the point. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. Okay. See you tomorrow. Day 2. While I talk about what I wrote, I got these 2 books. I recently ordered 12 books from eBay. And I never buy books, and I'm never spending money ever again in my life. And they have all been coming in. So my reward for finishing that last 2-hour sprint is that I can open these. The chapter I'm writing right now, oh my god, an old library book. You never know when you buy them used, but this is the coin. I feel like everyone already knows, but this book is good. Oh my god, free bookmark. Now I only buy books that either I know I'll like because I've already read part of them online, or that I've already read and that I want to study. So this is my homework, the chapter I'm writing. So as I mentioned, there's a dead body and we're moving the dead body. And the logistics of this, you know, they don't really make sense. Like, would this happen in the real world? Probably not. I'm trying to balance like making it believable and also not going into too much detail, because I think the more detail I give, the more plot holes I make. I'm trying not to anticipate too many of the reader's questions and try to answer them. What if I bring something up and they're like, you know what, I never thought about that, but that makes no sense. I'm just kind of being vague in a believable way. I'm like, oh yeah, and then they did this, and like, yeah, it was pretty tough, but it worked. I don't know. So that's what I spend a lot of time doing. What are you? This is Cleanness by Garth Greenwell. See, I'm kind of like Rachel Writes. Shout out Rachel Writes. Rachel read a little bit of this in a video about something, I think openings maybe. And I was like, yeah, this is one of the few books I bought that I haven't read yet, but I'm like, come on. Anyways, try to write for 2 more hours. Wish me luck. Good luck.
And it looks like that has been there for quite some time, and that is not good for your health.
Glad I'm the only one taking this seriously.
Gentlemen.
Hey, I'm coming at you from the bathroom. My day is over, everybody. Day 2 reflections. As you saw, my word count was very skinny. I mean, those words that I got, I'm happy with, but I didn't get more because I just knew if I wrote something, it would be bad. And I'm trying in this draft not to just leave myself problems for later. I'm trying to like do as much as I can up front. So yeah, I kind of spent a lot of that time just staring at the screen. I almost lied to you guys and said I did 5 hours, but I wasn't actually going to. But then I realized no long-lasting marriage starts on a lie. I'm finding that I think writing less is actually beneficial for me because I'm more efficient, my brain works. Tomorrow I'll be working on the same chapter that I was doing today, and I will tell you some details about it. But for now, today was kind of... Alright, day 2 over. See you tomorrow. Sorry, I've been kissing you guys a lot. Is that okay? Can I kiss you? Okay. that? Oh my god, there's a bat. It's daytime. Okay, anyways, I'm 2 hours in. It's the same chapter that I've been working on. But I changed it because I had a character in it originally whom I love, but it didn't make any sense for them to be there. Like, in my mind, I just always want them in all the scenes because I love them, but I just tested it. I was like, what would happen if I took them out? Like, and nothing changed in the scene. Like, so that's how you know they did not need to be there. But it really hurt because I love them, and they had like cute little things they were gonna say and do. But this character has a really important relationship with my main character, so for the sake of the arc of their relationship, they needed some time apart. Like I said, the scene isn't really changing significantly, but I did have it pictured in my head a certain way, so now I have to change it. But it's turning out pretty well. Just logistically, I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, you should be proud of me. I did a good thing. I killed that darling. And okay, I'm gonna write for 2 hours right now. Bye. Hello. Yes, this looks like a bit of a confessional, I found out when I checked the view, and this is a confession because I made this mood board wherever I put it. I made it during my writing time. A mood board is not writing. A mood board is Pinterest, but I truly had nothing more to give, so I gave a mood board. I mean, listen, yeah, I cheated, but I didn't lie. So what's worse? But yeah, the reason I stopped, let me just walk you through what went down today. Here's my word count. As I mentioned, I was cutting out my beautiful, lovely character from this scene, and so that required some reworking. And then also, I realized that as it stood, the scene didn't really need to be there anymore, because I was trying to convey kind of like one of my character's motivations, but I already realized I did that kind of unexpectedly, like 4 chapters earlier. So this scene kind of didn't need to exist, but I just loved it so much that I was like, let me make it happen. So I kind of had to change the whole point of it, which I did. So I got it all figured out. It's all like plotted. Basically, most of it is written, but there's like 6 paragraphs left that need to be beautiful. So yeah, by the time I got everything sorted, I was like, guys, there's just no way. I can't do this. I can't do this. I could stay up really late and do it, but like, no, I love myself. I'm not doing that. Let's talk about my mood board. There's not much to talk about because my book is kind of graphic. I was realizing as I was trying to gather pictures, I'd think of a plot point that I wanted to like put in the mood board, and it was just very inappropriate for the internet. So I was like, So this is more just like the vibes, but yeah, it's cute. Day 3, I finished. I cheated. I'm sorry. I'll try to be better tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna die of a heat stroke while I tell you this, but I wrote for an hour earlier, and I think I need help focusing, so I'm at the library. I'm gonna write for 2 hours right now, and I'm gonna finish the scene, the chapter. I feel it. I see it. It's God speaking. Then she got home and she didn't want to write, so she got in her bed and she wrote. That's called a hero. Welcome to day 5. I never thought we would make it this far. So far, day 5, I've written about 100 words, and it just feels good to be in a new chapter after that. I mean, you saw the struggle of the last chapter. I mean, it wasn't that big of a struggle, it just took a long time. It feels great to be done with it, and I like what's happening in this chapter. It's kind of, it wasn't in my outline, but I thought of this idea, and I was like, oh, that's very gross. I have to put it in. Anyways, you guys have been bombarding me with questions about my publishing plans, so I was like, ugh, fine, like, I'll throw them a bone, and I'll tell them my publishing plans. So, I want to be traditionally published. I will be traditionally published. It's just a matter of when. I hope it's not really, really far when I'm like 40. No offense to 40-year-olds, you're great. I hope it's soon, but like I'm very set on it, so I'm gonna push through. So the shark book is gonna be the first literary book that I try to query. I'm saying that like I already know it's gonna fail. It's great and hopefully it works out, but if not, you know, I'll put it on the back burner, and when my agent isn't looking, I'll just like email it to them and be like, hey, you're gonna want to see this. Timeline wise, I have a general goal to just finish this draft by the end of the year, but I have a secret actual goal to finish it by the end of October because I feel like it's doable. Whenever I finish it, I'm gonna let it sit for a month, and then I'm gonna read it and make it's called revision plan. And then after my draft 2, I'm gonna send it to beta readers because it's already pretty clean on the line level. I just need to make structural changes, and then I'm gonna send it to beta readers, which is kind of early. I feel like draft 2, it's not really early. I mean, it just depends on the book, but it's early for me to be doing this, but I'm like, it's pretty good. I'm thinking it won't take as long as draft 1. Like, oh my god, if it took as long as draft 1, I did something very wrong, but we'll see. I'm thinking it's maybe gonna take like 3 months. Mostly the change I'm thinking I'm gonna make is that, okay, so I have the present timeline, and then I have 2 kind of flashback timelines that I want to introduce. And one of them right now is at the beginning of Act 1, and then the other one I'm saving. I still haven't even written it. It's going to be at the end of Act 2, and I'm just not sure if that's going to stay or if I'm going to just have to introduce it a lot earlier, because it's kind of, I mean, it's very important to my main character and his everything about him. Like, it's very important to the storyline, but I'm like, you know, what's wrong with building a little intrigue? But I'm not sure if the way I'm hinting at it is building suspense or if it's like annoying the reader of like, oh my god, just tell me. But I don't know, because I just read a book and there was a past trauma that was hinted at, and then we got it like 80% of the way through, we got the details of it. So that was kind of motivating, but I don't know. I'm just going to see how it works. But either way, even if I have to move the timelines around, I don't think I'm going to have to rewrite a lot of it because I can just kind of like move it somewhere else. Yeah, I would love to start querying. What day is it? Wait, it doesn't matter what day it is. I meant what year is it? I would love to start querying next year, but I'm not going to rush it. I love this book so much, and I just want to make sure it's perfect or as good as I can get it. So I'm not going to rush it, but yes, I'm going to query it. If it dies, I will save it for later. I just believe in it. Like, I know it's going to see the light of day one day. I would love if it was first because I love sharks and I love books. So it's like, but we don't know. We'll see. But yeah, those are my publishing plans. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep writing. I'm about to write a romantic, intimate scene, and I like these scenes a lot when I write them. So hopefully it goes well. I'll talk to you later. Rocket. Hi, Rocket. We're back where we started, all the way on Monday when I thought an asteroid was going to hit my house. It's over, and I never have to do this again. So I got about 400 words today, and they're good. I finished the first half of this new chapter I'm working on, and I think it's really good. It turned out stunning. And I kind of planned the second half, but those words aren't usable, so I didn't count that in the word count. Yeah, so my total for the month, nope. My total for the week is like 2,500. Let's reflect. I learned that I can't do this. Do you guys remember Kate Kavanaugh back in the day hitting those 10K word days? I used to think I could do that if I wanted to. I was like, oh yeah, like I could, but like I don't want to, but like I could. A gymnast at the Olympics, and you're like, I could do that. If I really applied myself, I could do that, but I don't want to. It was like that. I wrote 2,500 all week, and she was out here writing 10K in a day, so I'm not good at this, but that's okay. The biggest lesson I learned is that I think breaks are good, and if you really feel like you need one, you probably do. I think these challenges can be beneficial if you're trying to build stamina as a writer and you want to see your limits. A bat. But yeah, if you're trying to learn your limits, I think this could be a very beneficial challenge. But mostly, I think my limits were set, and then I really felt them this week, but I didn't really push them. Once I wanted to stop, I was really sad because I couldn't, and nothing good was happening. Even though I did not have very much fun, this did make me excited for the upcoming work year, because on Monday I start being very busy, and I think it's actually okay. I thought if I had more time in my days, I would get more writing done, but really, I just need to really focus in the time I do have, and if it's not very much, that's okay. I kind of like days where I'm writing and then I have to leave and I'm like, dang, I could have kept going. Because then the next day you show up and it's like, oh my God, like I'm back. Instead of just draining yourself. I just was dreading writing this week, which I haven't felt like ever. I love writing and I write when I want to. And then when I need to take a break, I need to stop. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay. Even though I'm gonna be really busy, I think progress probably won't slow that much. So, yay. We did it. Thanks for watching. I love you. And I'm going to kiss you again when we say goodbye. Okay. See you next time. Mwah.